Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. We are so excited to have you here at Newark's Riverfront Park, here along the Passaic River. Thank you all for joining us on this really beautiful fall day. I'm Allison Ladd, and I serve as Mayor Rajjay Baraka's Deputy Mayor for Economic and Housing Development, and it's my pleasure to be your MC today. So again, thank you and welcome to Newark's Riverfront Park. So today, you're going to hear about this exciting project, and you're also going to be able to tour this beautiful park and get your steps in, because it's a little far as you walk down towards our kiosks, but it's a really beautiful walk, and we're really excited about having all of our Newark residents enjoy the Passaic River, enjoy our environment and our green space, and really be able to enjoy this part of our community. So today is a really exciting day. So as we get started, what I'd first like to do is ask for Gerard Crowder to come up. He's our Assistant Director of Economic and Housing Development, and he's going to give you a brief summary of exactly what this park is all about, and then we'll continue on with the other speakers. Gerard?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Mayor, Council President Crump, DEP is here. I haven't met Commissioner. Good to see you. What a time to be a Newark resident. You know, for those of us, some of us may have been born and raised here. We never really thought about the Passaic River as a place where you would think about being able to go down and take your family and enjoy recreation. And now here we are on this day looking at a stretch of it that most didn't know was underway right until you got here. You took a look to your left and took a look to your right. And you were in awe, and you were amazed. And so it's under the mayor's leadership, along with the deputy mayor, that we bring ourselves here on this beautiful October day, late October day. We want to just kind of tell you a little bit about this portion of it. Those of us who work on the project affectionately refer to this portion as Phase C, right? So, or also the notch. And if you take a look at the rear, before you leave, you go and take a look at that portion of it. It's designed for be able to activate activities there that, again, we never thought we would see here in the city. We will be taking a look at how different organizations, whether it be City Parks Foundation or our cultural institutions, will be able to be creative and use that space for the benefit of residents and visitors. And so, you know, here at Phase C, it's a $14 million project. We have 9 city lots. To give you some idea of how big of an undertaking this was, this started way before many of us at EHD were in place. We also, along that time, have had a number of project managers and team members that have brought us here. But as you all can see, this portion of it is one long, contiguous quarter-of-a-mile stretch, which will take us to Phase B, which will run underneath the Dock Street Bridge and connect what will be Phase A. To our north, as we see a crane in the sky, which is always good in terms of development and really symbolizing just how much our city is growing, we will then have Phases D and E between here and Dock Street. And so we've come a long way with this portion of it. We think that this section of it really symbolizes growth here in the city of Newark. As you have construction there, we know across 21 we have NJPAC, and again, we will continue to expand this park. And so you will be able to come here and enjoy a variety of activities. In addition to a lot of the blacktop, you'll also see even more green space in the weeks to come. And so we look forward to enjoying this space that never before we thought would be possible. And I just want to mention just a couple of, just to give you an idea of exactly like what it took to bring all this together. 2 construction companies, a design company, project manager, 5 city project managers on the city side. We have a design team, and of course, NJDEP, which really made this possible through 2 offices, Office of Natural Resource Restoration and also the Green Acres Program, which worked with us over the course of a couple of extensions and really came here from Trenton and walked this stretch and really took a look at what it would take in order to put all this together. So we're so proud to not only present this labor of love, but also to provide this space for our Newark residents. Oh, what a time it is to be a Newark resident, and I will see you on the tour. So thank you.
Thanks, Gerard. We really appreciate your leadership on this. And I'd also like to take a moment to really acknowledge someone who, since the first day she came to Newark, back to Newark about 3 months ago, she really took this project on and was a great leader. So, Amon Clark, would you just please stand and be recognized? You really did help us bring this to the finish line. So thank you for making sure we're here today. I'd like to, at this time, really move to our state partners. As Gerard mentioned, the New Jersey DEP has been really with us lockstep throughout this project, whether it's work along the river or even this park in particular. And we're so grateful to the Commissioner to take time out of your schedule, be here with us, and if you could come give a few remarks, Commissioner LaTourette.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. No, y'all can do better than that. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes, it is a beautiful day. I think the mayor ordered it up just for all of us to enjoy. For those I haven't had the pleasure yet to meet, I am Sean LaTourette. I have the great honor of serving our state as Commissioner of Environmental Protection, and that means a lot of different things, but most importantly, it means protecting the natural resources that we all share and that we know far too often can become blighted and can become the recipient of past legacy industrial pollution that isn't cleaned up sufficiently, leaving communities like this one carrying the burden of pollution for everyone. And it is upon all of us to help get that old legacy pollution cleaned up and to turn spaces like this into beautiful places for our residents to enjoy. And that is part of the important work that we have done here. Thanks to Mayor Baraka for his partnership, Allison and your team, and everyone who has contributed to not just this segment, but segments prior and those in the future that will come as we continue this work of putting people back in touch with their waterfront. And I think that's a really important point, right? Because everybody deserves access to nature, right? To be able to get out and enjoy spaces like this and witness the great developments that are going to happen here to bring community together. Civic spaces like the amphitheater that's going to give opportunity for artists to come and bring people together and enjoy both art and the environment together. And that is an incredible thing. I want to thank our team at DEP from the Green Acres program. Amy is here. Hey, Amy, thank you. Josh and his team from the Office of Natural Resource Restoration. But importantly, it takes more than just that. We've got Eric Doyle and his team from Coastal Engineering, because up and down this stretch, we're working to improve the flood resilience of this community as well in partnership with the Army Corps. And we've got Omar and his team from Barai who are putting this new building in the sky, contributing to Newark's continued economic success, that are making the space to ensure that the community too can enjoy this linear park. So thank you very much to the Barai team for that. Look, I think this is a reflection of when we commit ourselves, like Mayor Baraka has, to furthering the promise of environmental justice, we can make sure that people enjoy spaces like this long into the future. So I thank you again for your partnership, Newark, and congratulations on a job well done. Oh, and Mayor, we've got a gift for you. So that everybody knows when they come to this park that the state of New Jersey invests in its people. Our Green Acres program does exactly that, bringing money back into communities that so need it.
Thank you, Commissioner, so much for, again, being here, for your amazing team, but also for really reminding us of why we are here today. So thanks again. So we know that in the city, we have true partners in our municipal council. And our council president, Larry Crump, has been able to join us today. And I'd really enjoy having Council President Crump please come and give a few words on behalf of our municipal council.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Let me say this. For decades, we've heard conversations about what's going to happen along this corridor. And I'm just amazed and thankful to the mayor and everyone else in the team who actually had this to come to fruition. Now we have an opportunity for us to walk down, for my family, because I know my family has traveled the waterways with Marcy being our tour guide, and this will add to that enjoyment of our family hanging out down here, enjoying ourselves, walking along a river walk. I'll call it a river walk like we have done in other cities and other states around the country. So now we can do that here in the city of Newark. And I'm happy that we're doing this here. I'm happy and proud of our mayor, of the partners like the state, the Parks Foundation, and everybody who's made this possible. And I say that more than as a council person, a council president. I say it as a resident of this city, because it allows us another opportunity, another place for us to bring our families together, to hang out here. I mean, reading through it, there's going to be an amphitheater. I'm looking forward to some performances and seeing that. There'll be food here, and I like to eat, so that's going to be a great thing. So there'll be a lot of opportunities for us to be here, not just, and date night too. That's always important to us married men that have a lot of things going on in our place. So it's a wonderful experience. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the tour, and I think this is going to be a great thing for our city, and it's something for people who are from around here to come and enjoy along with us. Thank you.
Thanks again, Council President, to you and all the council members who support the administration and all the work we're doing under Mayor Baraka's leadership. We're grateful. At this time, the Newark City Parks Foundation is under great leadership. We really have seen Marcy activate green spaces and make them active play spaces, but also places for us to really think about our past and our present and celebrate our culture. So I'd love to have Marcy come up and give a few words about her next big park that she'll be managing.
Thank you, Director Ladd. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It is a glorious day here down at the river. I like to say that this is one of my favorite spaces, if not my favorite space in the entire city, because it's magical. Look at it. I mean, where else can you come on down and be able to gaze at the river, enjoy the city landscape, and just take a pause in a moment? And that's really what green spaces are about, and in this case, blue spaces as well. It is about communing with nature. It is about finding that respite from the hustle and bustle of the city that we all are living with on a daily basis. And it's about coming together as a community and utilizing these spaces as our own, as our backyards, as our front yards, because many of us don't have any green space at all. So about 10 years ago when we began this work, I had been a frequent sort of visitor to the Riverfront when it didn't look anything like this, when it was wild. I used to take my son down here, and I never in a million years imagined that this transformation would happen. So seeing this transformation, I really have to credit not only our mayor and our leadership, but also the people of this community. It's very important that we acknowledge the people of this community that fought, that marched, that wrote letters, that did ribbons, and that really, really put themselves on the line to say that we needed more park space, that we needed to have the Passaic River cleaned, that we needed to have access, that we needed to be reconnected with the lifeline of this city. The city was founded, according to what the records say, at the notch right there. That's where Robert Treat and his crew arrived and found the Lenni Lenape people here. And looking at that, this is truly a space to be celebrated, not to be forgotten as it had been in years past as we were completely cut off by it. So I just want to acknowledge a couple of people that it's important that we just state their names. The Friends of Riverfront Park, who have been advocates for this park and for the river all along. Nancy Zach, who's here in the house with us. Nancy, where you at? There she is, Nancy and Arnold Cohen, Sister Carol, Anna Baptista, Lenny Thomas, Damon Rich, Scott Dvorak, Baye Wilson, who was an advocate from the start. And so many others whose names are not forgotten, and we carry that on with us. I also just want to say thank you to the Department of Economic and Housing Development for pushing this project forward. This has been a long time coming. We've been working on this for years. So I do want to say thank you to Director Ladd. Iman, thank you for coming in and bringing it home. Of course, Gerard Crowder. And I also want to say thank you to Dwayne Middleton for his hard work, and Trevor Phillips as well. So thank you all for coming out and celebrating. We look forward to programming this. Date night is definitely something that we do down here. And I'm just saying, it's kind of grown and sexy. So make sure you check out newarkcityparks.org for all of our programming. We do boat tours, we do kayaking. So we look forward to welcome you here to this space, reconnecting you with the river if you haven't thus far, and to programming this space with free, high-quality programming that brings together the arts, brings together health and wellness activities, and so much more. And the final thing I want to say is that I'm really excited to announce that we have a partnership. We're a recipient of a grant from the EPA to have an artist in residence program down here at the river. So this has been a space for art. We have a mural on the other side dedicated to Jerry Gant. We continue to use this space for our artists, to pay our artists, and to keep our dollars in our community as far as the arts are concerned. And thank you to Michelle Black, who's doing live art here as well. So this really is a space for all, and we uplift the arts, and we're grateful that we have an arts mayor to support those initiatives. Thank you all. We look forward to seeing you here at the river.
Thanks, Marcy. We're really glad that you're leading our parks and all of our activation work here. As I introduce our mayor, I know our mayor talks a lot about how collaboration is key to ensuring that we were able to get across the finish line. I do know we have several other departments that have made this happen. I just wanted to recognize them. I know our engineering department under Director Dolores Wooden is here, and she's really been instrumental in helping us make sure this park could come to life. We also have our kind of back office folks that are, whether they're with the law department or purchasing or finance, like they're incredible to help us make sure that everything gets done properly. And I'll just close out as I bring our mayor up, is to say that our comms department has just been like truly top notch, and we're grateful for all their help to make sure today comes to fruition and you have this beautiful event. So Mayor, if I could ask you to come up, say a few words, and then we'll take a tour.
Thank you. So first, I just want to thank Deputy Mayor Ladd, her entire team for making this happen, all of the folks that collaborated to make this day a reality, all of the partners that helped us. We had 1,000 managers, 500 engineering firms, 6 million architects, phase after phase after phase. I'm finally happy that we're where we are, and obviously Commissioner LaTourette and DEP and the Green Acres Fund and all the work that you guys do to make sure this is a reality for us. We deeply appreciate the partnership we have with the state. Most of the things we would not be able to do without the state's assistance, so we are incredibly grateful for that. This project actually began long before we got here today, and I don't know if people realize that. I think that Marcy intimated at it a little bit, but the reality is I was still on the municipal council when the first phase was finished in 2013. So we were just talking about getting this done years before that. And it's really full circle because I remember the discussions, the arguments, the meetings, the debates when Friends of Riverfront Park and Jerry Gant having a mural down there is just amazing to me. In Newark, as an activist, as an artist, Jerry Gant was a friend of mine at the African Globe Theater. We used to have poetry readings, and he would read poetry and tag and all this other kind of stuff. To have a park with a mural of his on the wall is just amazing, amazing, amazing to me, because I know these folks personally. I know all of these people that put their sacrifice, their blood, their sweat, their work into all of this, and all of the professionals get together and make it happen, which is great. But there are a lot of people who raise their voices and put their art and their bodies on the line to make sure this was a reality. So I appreciate that, and I feel that deeper even than the other things that we're talking about. And I'm excited that we get to do this, and we actually use this park. So Marcy said is right. You know, there's yoga here, there's Zumba here, there's hip hop events here, there's club events here that go in the park. There's movies that happen out here. There's all kinds of stuff that go up and down this park, and then regular people just walking up and down every day, jogging, doing what they do. And we are happy to have something like this in Newark. So you don't have to go to Hoboken to hang out at the Riverfront. You can do that in Newark, right? You don't have to go to the, Weehawken to hang out at the waterfront. You can do that in your own backyard, and we're excited about that. Can't wait to go around the bend and see what the amphitheater looks like as well. It is a good day in Newark. There's a lot more work to be done, but I'm happy we finished this part. So thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. We are concluding this part of the program. We would like to ask a few people, especially those who spoke, to come up so we can cut a ribbon. And then we're going to take a walk down the park, and we'll be able to see two businesses that are in the kiosks at the end. So we have Big Rock's Deli and also Sihana Cafe. And you'll also be able to participate in the interactive art that Marcy mentioned. So please stop by on your way as we get to the kiosk. So at this time, if we could please have a few people come up, we'll cut a ribbon, and then we'll take a tour. Thanks so much.